तस्य कुर्यात् जानोद्वयं जलजलोचनया जनन्या लक्ष्म्या अखिलस्य सुरविन्दतया विधातु उर्वोर्निधाय करपल्लवरोचिषा यत् संलालितं हृदि विभोरभवस्य कुर्यात् जानोद्वयं जलजलोचनया जनन्या लक्ष्म्या अखिलस्य सुरविन्दतया विधातु उर्वोर्निधाय करपल्लवरोचिषा यत् संलालितं हृदि विभोरभवस्य कुर्यात्. Synonyms, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Janu Dvayam, up to the knees. Jalaj Lochanya, lotus-eyed. Jananya, mother. Lakshmya, by Lakshmi. Akhilasya, of the entire universe. Suravanditaya, worshipped by the demigods. Vidhatu, of Brahma. Urvo, at the thighs. Nidhaya, having placed. Karapallavarochisa, with her lustrous fingers. Yat, which. Samlalitam, massaged. Hridi, in the heart. Vibho, of the Lord. Abhavasya, transcendental to the material existence. Kuryat, one should meditate. Translation. The yogi should fix in his heart the activities of Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, who is worshipped by all demigods and is the mother of the Supreme Person, Brahma. She can always be found massaging the legs and thighs of the transcendental Lord very carefully, serving him in this way. Purport. Brahma is the appointed Lord of the universe because his father is Garbhodakshai Vishnu. Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, is automatically his mother. Lakshmi ji is worshipped by all demigods and by the inhabitants of other planets as well. Human beings are also eager to receive favor from the goddess of fortune. Lakshmi is always engaged in massaging the legs and thighs of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, who is lying on the ocean of Garbha within the universe. Brahma is described here as the son of the goddess of fortune. But actually, he was not born of her womb. Brahma takes his birth from the abdomen of the Lord himself. A lotus flower grows from the abdomen of Garbhodakshai Vishnu and Brahma is born there. Therefore, Lakshmiji's massaging of the thighs of the Lord should not be taken as the behavior of an ordinary wife. The Lord is transcendental to the behavior of ordinary male and female. The word Abhavasya is very significant, for it indicates that he could produce Brahma without the assistance of the goddess of fortune. Since transcendental behavior is different from mundane behavior, it should not be taken that the Lord receives service from his wife just as a demigod or human being might receive service from his wife. It is advised here that the yogi always keeps his picture in his heart. The devotee always thinks of the relationship between Lakshmi and Narayan. Therefore, he does not meditate on the mental plane as impersonalists and Vaidists do. Bhava means one who accepts a material body, and Abhava means one who does not accept a material body but descends in the original spiritual body. Lord Narayan is not born of anything material. Matter is generated from matter, but he is not born of matter. Brahma is born after the creation, but since the Lord existed before the creation, the Lord has no material body. Do the Mangalachant. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। श्रीचैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। Please accept my humble obeisances. I bow down to your lotus feet. Seek blessings from His Grace Madhupati Prabhu for engaging me in this seva so that I can do some Shastra reading. Uh, one time, Mother Earth approached Lord Brahma and other devatas that I am in so much trouble because of the atrocities going on caused by the demons. This was the time when Kansa was actually at his peak of the atrocities. So, all these demigods could not do much. They were all afraid of Kamsa. In fact, Kansa has defeated, he has made alliance with all the other demons, and they were all assisting him, and he was actually has defeated all the saintly people. So Lord Brahma took Mother Earth along with other devatas to Goloka Vrindavan. Through the same passage, so when Lord Vamanadev, he actually came to defeat Bali Maharaj, he took 3 steps. And one of the steps actually punctured the universe. And when Lord's feet touched that water under which the universe was floating, it became Mother Ganga, which is born by Lord Shiva on his lotus head. So through that, so it created a passage. Imagine that, there is a bubble, and then bubble is burst by the toenail of Lord Vamanadev, and through that the water is flowing, and that water is Ganga. So through that, because it created a passage, so all the devatas, demigods, everybody went through that passage beyond the Garbhodak ocean, beyond the Viraja, and all the way to Golok Vrindavan in the spiritual planet. And there they were stopped by those gopis, because not anyone and everyone can enter into that kingdom of Lord. So they were stopped, and they said, "What's your matter?" And Lord Brahma said that I'm here with other devatas, and I am Lord Brahma, and I am here to request for assistance for the atrocities of Mother Earth. So gopis went in there. They said, "Okay, wait here. Let us go and inform it to Krishna." So they went inside and informed it to Krishna. So Krishna asked question that which Brahma, which universe? So the gopis came and said that, well, Krishna is asking, which Brahma are you and which universe you're coming from? So that's when they realized that, oh, before that, Lord Brahma was proud that I am Lord Brahma. Go and tell that I have come. I am the master of the universe. So then Lord Brahma realized that, oh, there are many universes. That's what we were seeing when we were coming through this path. And as we left our universe, we saw many other bubbles floating. So probably she's talking about those. And must be that other universes would have someone similar to us, those other bubbles. So she said that we are coming from the um, same universe where Lord Vamanadev has punctured the globe, and he defeated Bali Maharaj, and he is actually and he created the passage through which we came here. So Gopi said, "Okay, now we understand. So let us go." So they went back. They informed Krishna about this. So Krishna came uh, out, and they gave and gave darshan to Brahma. Now, the reason I told this pastime is because uh, Lord Brahma and these other devatas are so pious, and so they have so much devotion and so much bhakti towards Krishna that they can actually go to the spiritual world and have Krishna's darshan. This pastime is mentioned in Garga Samhita. But we are human beings with lesser fortune and with lesser means, and we don't have this much of austerity, we do not have this much of bhakti. So for us, what Lord does is that he descends to this material world, and that's one of the words which is used in here, abhava, the last para, that Lord comes in this material world, and he comes through this process. First, he expands, in the Chaturvyuha avatars, and from them there is a further expansion. And then we have studied all that in the previous chapters. And then from there, Lord is lying in the ocean of cause, the Karnarnak ocean, and from there in his Yoga Nidra, the bubbles are coming, where each bubble is a universe. And inside there, Lord again enters as Garbhodakshai Vishnu, who is being discussed here. And from this Garbhodakshai Vishnu navel, there is this lotus flower coming with a stem, and on that is this Lord Brahma takes birth. Okay. And then in the stem of the lotus flower, all the 14 planetary systems, 7 upper and 7 lower, uh, are actually created. So Lord is actually um, appearing so that we lesser human beings can have darshan. But even then, it's we cannot go and have darshan of Garbhodakshai Vishnu. We are not even that fortunate. So Lord then enters into each planetary system, and even he comes to the planet Earth uh, in his Dvibhuj form, and even after his departure of the from this material world, he is present in his Archa Vigraha form. Archa Vigraha form is the form which is the authentic form of the Lord, which can be actually worshipped, can be meditated upon. And I was reading that what are the different things which are where Lord's Archa Vigraha form can be made, and it is Prabhupada explains actually that mind, wood, earth, clay, metal, jewels, paint, sand. These are the different materials which we can use to create the Archa Vigraha form of the Lord. And some of us are fortunate enough that we have this wonderful temple where we have opportunity to serve. Srila Prabhupada has created temples all over the world, and they are flourishing, they are expanding, and where we have opportunity to go, have darshan of the Lord and perform the personal services to the Lord, okay, and his devotees. And coming to the context of this chapter and the verse, Lord Kapila is uh, describing to his mother that how to bring this Archa Vigraha form in the mind, how to actually this meditate on the form of the Lord. Prahlad Maharaj uh, says that there are 9 processes of bhakti: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Bandam, Das. So in that, this Smaranam part or the meditation part, Smaranam on the lotus feet of lotus pastimes of the Lord or the lotus form of the Lord. So that's the one of the 9 processes of bhakti which this can be categorized into. And he is actually in that even in the thinking of the or having darshan of the form of the Lord or meditating on the form of the Lord, there is this process. This entire chapter is actually called the devotional service, Kapila's instruction on execution of devotional service. So it is very um, practical chapter, where Lord Kapila is talking about in a very like in cooking there is very stepwise process, or even when we want to do some project these days, do it yourself kind of projects, DIY, we get stepwise instructions. So similarly, this chapter is giving Lord Kapila is giving the step by step instructions on how to bring Lord to one's lotus, one's heart, and how to meditate on the form of the Lord. And we can see that he is saying, start from the meditation from the lotus feet of the Lord. And even there, he goes in very detail. There are different markings uh, on the lotus feet of the Lord. And what are those markings? And Acharya has explained actually that the meaning of those markings. So we see that there is a thunderbolt on the lotus feet of the Lord. So that thunderbolt, devotees should meditate as if just like a thunderbolt can shatter the mountains. Just like that, meditation on the thunderbolt which is present on Lord's lotus feet, it can shatter the sins which are accumulated from time immemorial. Okay. In that context, today is also Papamochini Ekadashi, and that Ekadashi also has the potency of, you know, eradicating all the sins which are accumulated. Then there is this elephant goad on the lotus feet of the Lord. Actually, I have that picture. Yeah. So then there is this elephant goad on the lotus feet of the Lord. So this elephant goad is just like a elephant goad is used to control and give direction to the elephant. So our mind is like an elephant, and focusing on this symbol of elephant goad present on Lord's foot, lotus feet, we should meditate that. Please um, give direction to my mind, and please help me give direction to my mind and focus on your devotional service. Then there is this lotus flower which is present. Lotus flower, when we bring in Krishna, we want to decorate that place. So this lotus flower represents that decoration of the lake mind, so that Lord can be invited there. Okay. And this presence of the flag should give direction to the mind that flag is actually present on the different forts or places which are of high value. So this devotional service or the is the highest of all, and that's what one should meditate their mind on. And the umbrella is that this process of devotional service, process of bhakti, is going to give us protection from the three miseries of life. Okay. And then chakra is again something which is giving protection to the devotees in their bhakti. We also say every day when we chant Narsimha prayer, the Bhakti Vigna Vinash. Lord Narsimha Dev is Bhakti Vigna Vinasha. So any problems, any obstacles coming in the process of bhakti can be actually removed by chakra, can be removed by worship to Lord Narsimha Dev. Yeah. And then we have, so this is how devotees should actually think about the different marks which are present on Lord's lotus feet, and it's very, very beautiful. And Lord Kapila is giving this stepwise direction of how to have darshan of the Lord, starting from the lotus feet all the way to the lotus phase. Even similar instructions are given by Mother Kumti when she is actually offering her prayers to Lord Krishna when Krishna was about to leave the. This is after the Mahabharat war is over, and now Krishna wants to leave, go back to Dwarka. So she's offering her prayers, Mother Kunti, and she's saying that Namah Pankaj Nabhaya, Namah Pankaj Maline, Namah Pankaj Netraya, Namaste Pankaj Angre. So she's starting because she's Bua, so she's doesn't want to embarrass Lord. So she's starting from Namah Pankaj Nabhaya. I bow down to your, I offer my prayers to your form where your navel is like a lotus. no? And then Namah Pankaj Maline, you're wearing the garland. And then Namah Pankaj Netraya, and then Namaste Pankajangre, the lotus feet form, that form of the Lord who has the lotus feet. All the forms of the Lord have lotus feet. So Acharyas explained that because she's the aunt in relationship with Krishna, so she's starting from navel, but if we say it in a circle, then it doesn't, for her, in a way, she's also starting her darshan from the lotus feet. Another important point here being mentioned is the glories of Mother Lakshmi. And actually, the word which is being used is Jalaj 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 means the lotus flower. So her eyes are being glorified in this particular verse. And why? Because her eyes have unobstructed view to the lotus feet of the Lord. Her hands are being glorified. Kar Pallav. So lustrous fingers are massaging the feet of the Lord. And another way to understand this particular verse, or another direction we can take from this, is that Mother Lakshmi, who is the goddess of fortune, whose favor everyone is seeking, uh, she's always serving Lord Hari, massaging his feet. So, just like that, any fortune, any riches has to be used in the service of Krishna. Then only that fortune, then only Mother Lakshmi becomes pleased, because it is like any good wife would be happy serving her husband. So any form of the riches one has should be utilized in the service of the Supreme Personality of God. So those are the points which I wanted to discuss. That one is that this is a very, very detailed stepwise process which Lord Kapila is giving on how we can meditate on the form of the Lord. Okay. And how we can bring the form of the Lord in our mind. And that's one of the authenticated Archa Vigraha forms of the Lord. And second is that how the riches or the Lakshmi or the fortune should be utilized in the bhakti, in the seva of the Supreme Lord. So with that, I'd like to take a stop here. Over to you, Madhupati.
Thank you very much, Akhilesh Krishna. We'd like to wish everybody a safe Krishna conscious day and weekend ahead. I would like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Nrsinga, Jai Nrsinga, Jai Nrsinga, Prahladesh, Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bhingam, Ugraveera Mahavisham, Sarvatobhakam, Nrsingam Bhisham Badram Nityamityamnahami. Nrsinga Bhagwan ki Jai, Prahlad Raj ki Jai. Also, today is Ekadasi, minimally fasting from grains and beans and increasing our Krishna consciousness. We'll be having Ekadasi Kirtan in the evening from 7 to 9 p.m. at the temple. Also tomorrow, after the installation of Ram Lalla in Ayodhya, the replica deity of Ram Lalla, 14 inches with the akshata which was offered to the Lord when it was installed, and some paraphernalia are being taken around different temples in the world, especially those which participated in glorifying Lord Ramachandra during that time. So the Rath, what they call, will come to our temple tomorrow at 8 a.m. So you all are invited to be there at the temple to receive the paraphernalia used in the service of the Lord and the Lord Himself, the replica deity of the Lord, so that we can offer flower petals and offer some items. If you also want to make some items for the Lord in small amount, we can make. It's in the timing is from 8 to 8:30. They'll be there at our temple. Any questions on that? 8 to 8:30 a.m. in the morning, yeah? Okay. We'd like to offer humble obeisances to all the
Sorry, Prabhu. Prabhu, this devotees will be coming. It's only darshan of the articles.
Well, darshan of the articles, the kalash, and they will also be distributing some rock candies and all. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. It's basically giving us a chance to serve the Lord, where we can ourselves offer some articles, like we'll be offering diya and naivedyam, different small items for the pleasure of the Lord.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, will it be live streamed or only at the temple?
Yeah, that's a good point. We'll see if we can do that, Mataji, and we'll keep that in mind.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So that it can be on our YouTube channel, because it will be right at our temple. So yeah, we can do that if we can't attend. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'd like to offer our humble obeisances to all the Assembled Vaishnavas. Vanchakalpataru Sindhu Bhayavacha Patitanam Pavnibhayo
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः
Vaishnavinda ki jai.
की जय
Srimad Bhagavatam ki
की
jai.
जय
Prabhupada ki
जय
Gaur Premanande.
हरि 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 बोल
Thank you,
थैंक यू
Akhil.
एवरीबॉडी हरि बोल हरे
Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna, Hare Bol.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna.